Good evening. Welcome to the February 10th meeting of the Lowell License Commission. Secretary Pires, is the meeting posted?
It was.
Roll call, please.
Commission Chair Dakota.
Here.
Commissioner Donahue. Here. Commissioner Krieger.
Here.
Commissioner Howe.
Here.
Commissioner Chan.
Here.
5 present. 0th is the acceptance of the January 27th, 2022 minutes.
Move approval.
Move approved by Commissioner Krieger, second by Commissioner Donahue. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 1 on the agenda, please.
Application by Roberto Day, Special Events Coordinator for a special events permit for amplified outdoor public entertainment for Winterfest 2022 to be held on Friday, February 18th from 6 to 10 p.m. and Saturday, February 19th, 2022 from 12 noon to 10 p.m. on Lowell Memorial Auditorium property and Brown Street.
Good evening. State your name for the record, sir.
Yeah, good evening. I'm Roberto Day, Special Event Coordinator for the City of Lowell.
How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Very well, sir. Tell us what's going on. We're moving down the street here, right?
Yeah, Winterfest is moving to the Lowell Memorial Auditorium this year, and it's going to be February 18 and 19, and we're very excited for it to come back.
Very good. Very good. Everything in order, Secretary Pires?
It is.
Questions or comments from the board? Wish of the board. Move approved by Commissioner Donahue, second by Commissioner Chan. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. Always a great event.
Thank you very much.
All right, be well.
I hope we can see you there at.
Absolutely,
Winterfest.
absolutely. Thank you.
Have a great evening.
Bye-bye now.
Static.
Application by Julian Lindsay Hospitality Group, doing business as Lowell Memorial Auditorium, Robert Julian Manager, for 2 special one-day licenses to sell, dispense malt beverages and wines only for Winterfest 2022 to be held Friday, February 18th from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. and Saturday, February 19th from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Lowell Memorial Auditorium property and Brown Street.
State your name for the record, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Robert Julian.
How are you, Robert?
Good, how are you?
Good. So you are going to be selling dispensing through Lindsay Hospitality, right? Correct?
Yep.
All right, you've done this before many times.
We certainly have.
All right, you have any questions for this board?
We do not know.
Questions or comments from the board? Will of the board?
Yeah.
One question,
Commissioner Donahue?
Absolutely.
where are the setups gonna be? Are they gonna be outside and inside?
Strictly outside for this, pending the weather. I suppose we could go back to our normal license, but I don't see that happening. Because we're going to have a tent on the main walkway coming into the auditorium.
Right.
So I'm not sure if you've been to Irish Festival, but typically there's a little nook in front of the stairs where we'll put a beer trailer, a tap trailer, and then a secondary location kind of down, if you follow, it's not the canal, right? It's the river, I believe. But on the left-hand side of the building, a nice little walkway. The food trucks will be kind of parked up in the back corner, and then we'll stage a secondary location there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Where the band setting up?
So there's going to be 2 locations. The main one's going to be inside that front drag.
Okay, yeah.
So at Irish Fest, we actually kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
map it out
remember,
with
yeah.
vendors and stuff. So we'll dedicate that area, and
All
then
right.
we'll have a secondary, smaller stage towards the back corner.
What was the reason of changing from downtown to the auditorium this year?
I personally don't know. So our company, my father and Mike Lindsay, are business partners on this venture, and so the food and beverage.
No, I understand, yeah.
We're just here for support, not necessarily the actual event.
Understood. Commissioner Krieger?
So you're going to be on Brown Street,
Yes,
so it's closed off for traffic.
correct.
So people going to Mass at 4 o'clock on Saturday that normally park in that parking lot, they'll be allowed to go back out and make an illegal right-hand turn and go up and,
So truthfully, that would have been a question for Robert Day. I'm not entirely sure. So he's more of the event side from the city. We just strictly are F&B, I guess.
As long as you make a donation in the basket, I don't think it,
okay,
I think they waive that.
all right.
Wish of the board. Move for approval by Commissioner Krieger, seconded by Commissioner Donahue. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Have a great
See you
time.
all there.
Tell Mr. Lindsay we said hi.
Thank you.
We ready?
All set. Thank you, John.
Application for secondhand motor vehicles, used car dealer, Class 2, for Easy Cars LLC. Juliana Da Silva Damaso, LLC manager, for premises at 859 Gorham Street, an open lot approximately 5,700 square feet with office space. They'll be joining us on Zoom.
Juliana,
Yes.
good evening.
Good evening.
How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Very good, very good. Why don't you tell us about your new venture? Can you hear me all right? I hate these masks. Can you, tell us about your new venture, okay?
Stop doing Mr. John, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
Very good, very good. So, yes, we had time to come home and.
How many cars are you gonna have there?
Well, we have spots for two customers, spot for two customers and also about 20, I would say easy 23 to 24 cars. And I believe the previous license was for 20 vehicles. So we would like to, get 24 vehicles if possible, if you guys agree with it. Otherwise, we stick with the 20 vehicles that we,
All right, the plan I'm looking at shows 22 spaces, and you just said 23, 24. Which one is it?
No, I'm actually the 24, including the customer spots. I'm sorry, my bad.
Oh, okay, so it is 22 that you're gonna sell, right?
Correct.
Okay. Commissioner Donahue, I didn't get a chance, but I know you're on wheels during the week. Did you go by this facility?
I did go by the lot, and I'm familiar with the lot. It's been there for numbers of years, but it looked pretty crowded the other day. Are you in there now, or is that the prior owner that's there now?
No, we're actually there now, but I had to move some of the cars out. We also have another car dealership, which is located at 50 Perry Street. And I believe that, the time you drove there, we had a little bit of issue with the snow and stuff. I mean, we have to ask someone to go and move the snow, that it's actually sitting at the corner there. Since it's a limited location, limited spot, we have to get rid of the snow. Then I believe there's a construction company that's gonna get rid of the snow for us tomorrow. And also ask one of, my employees, because we're moving cars we're using that location right now as a storage until we get the license. And then there's about 3 or 4 guys, helping me out moving the cars from the other location to Easy Cars on Gorham Street, and then that's why it was a little bit crowded. But we can get the situation resolved. Actually, right now I left the lot. It was 5:30. Locked the door, and then there was like 20 vehicles on the lot right now.
Okay, I saw it yesterday, and it looked more than 22, so you understand the amount?
Right, I do understand.
What the license says?
Yeah,
Very
I do.
good. Okay.
Any further questions from the board? Commissioner Howell?
I noticed from your application that you've held other licenses. Could you explain your experience?
Yeah, I mean, we've been working together. Juliana helped me a lot with the card, everything's under her name, of course. But we together, we have about 15 years of experience. I used to do that back in my country, and then we start selling cars here. As an employee since 2010, we used to work for Advanced Auto Sales. They moved out of Lowell. Now they're located in Drake. And then as a sales rep, we save a little bit money, and we start our own place back in 2016 on 147 Cambridge Street. And then that location was a little bit bigger. However, the landlord decided to rent to someone else, and, because of the rent stuff, I mean, it was too much for us. We decided to move to 50 Perry Street. And then after 50 Perry Street, we realized it was too small for us. And then we needed a second location. We're going to open a second business because I don't want Perry Street to be crowded. I understand all the laws with the city, and I don't want to be in trouble with you guys. I don't want to have any issues with you guys or it's with the state, or I know how hard it is to get a license for a second hand motor vehicle. So that's why we acquired and rented the location on Gorham Street. So it's about 13 cars down on Perry Street. That's our license. That's what it's for. And then If you guys let us keep 22 vehicles there, we'll be fine. Otherwise, we're gonna stick with the 20. That's what, you guys gave the license to the previous person that was there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any further questions from the board? What's the wish of the body?
Move approval?
Move for approval by Commissioner Howell. Seconded by Commissioner Krieger. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so we are all in agreement for the 22 spaces, correct?
Correct.
Perfect. All right. You have yourself a good night.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, good luck.
All right, bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Application by Community Teamwork Incorporated, Carl Howell, Chief Program Manager, and Sean Mahoney Pierce, Lodging House Manager, for a lodging house license for premises at 275 to 277 Summer Street.
Commissioner Howell?
I'd like to recuse myself from this.
Okay. Good evening, Counselor. State your name for the record.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. My name is William Martin, attorney with law offices at 491 Dutton Street, here on behalf of Community Teamwork. With me is Carl Howell here in the chamber, who's the Chief Program Officer at Community Teamwork, and also on Zoom is Sean Mahoney Pierce, who will oversee this particular program. We're seeking license for a lodging house. This property, 275, 277 Summer Street, has historically been a lodging house. We plan to continue that use as supportive housing, permanent supportive housing. And Community Teamwork's well-known in the community. We plan to renovate the building. We have it under agreement. It'll be acquired likely next month, vacant, and then after the renovation, we'll put residents in place to benefit from the housing.
So tell us about what the plans are going to look like, Counselor.
Sorry, Mr. Chair.
How many,
21 units.
21.
21, which is the same number as exists now.
all right, okay. What are you hanging around with a guy from Harvard for, Bill? All right, actually, I'm glad to see this building being put to good use. It's been a while over there, so hopefully that helps out and helps out some people. So I think it's a great thing for the CTI to get involved in this, and the gentleman's resume and yourself, sir, have good reputations in the city that I've already checked on, so I'm sure this is going to be really well. Questions or comments from the members of the board? Commissioner Donahue.
Just a quick question about renovations. I went by it today, and, it's not in terrible shape, but how much are you gonna, do you know how much you're gonna put into it? It's gonna be in the individual rooms, you're gonna do some work?
Yes, Carl will have.
Yes. So the renovations are going to be obviously externally and internally. As you drove by, you probably saw a little bit of the driveway and the foundation, or the concrete, not concrete, the granite area needs to be leveled, re-leveled and engineered. So we're going to do some exterior stuff there to make that a little bit safer, as well as protect the integrity of the building for like water drainage and such. Internally, we're going to do some kind of cosmetic, put in new flooring, paint, and enhance or upgrade the appliances within the site. We also have to do a lot of electrical work as well to bring it up to kind of code to meet the kind of needs of how many people are going to be in that building.
And there's going to be someone on site?
Yes.
An on-site manager all the
We'll have
time?
a team of staff as well as Mr. Mahoney.
Great.
Who's on the
I know CTI does good work and does good work cleaning up, fixing up buildings, so
Thank you.
I think it's good for the city. Thank you.
Commissioner Krieger.
Is this in any way tied in with the church next door and their work with the homeless?
Would be tied in with the church as far as we are looking to kind of we've always been partnering with the church there as far as homeless work and providing supportive services and outreach. But we are looking to use this to address some of the homeless challenges that we're experiencing in the community.
All set?
Yeah, move approval.
Commissioner Chan? Oh,
Yes, I do have some question and maybe a follow-up question on a couple of things. To me personally, this is, it's in light of the issue within the city of Lowell with regard to homelessness, this is seriously a direct response to that. And it's a good thing for the city. What you guys are doing is excellent. Should be commended for that. I'm looking at the sketch that you provide. There's 21 rooms, yes. And I noticed that there's 2 bathrooms. It's going to be 2 bathrooms there, right? On the first floor, there's 2 bathrooms. And is this designated for individual homeless?
This will be for individuals, and each bedroom or part will be turned into kind of like an efficiency, so they all have bathroom, showers, and
Oh, it has everything in there.
yes.
And okay, so you have the supported staff there to provide, is this 24-hour or just daytime?
It'll be 24-hour on-call, so we would have staff there during certain hours, but then on-call others.
Okay, a few more follow-up questions, because I'm really interested in this. I'd like to hear that. This is the word lodging house doesn't speak for, this is a lot more than that.
Yes.
The other thing, okay, so everyone, is there a prerequisite requirement? In other words, is there a preference for a homeless individual to apply for? Do they have to meet a certain criteria to get in there?
So it will be a tenant selection, so we actually have a application with the State Department of Housing and Community Development
Okay.
for a permanent supportive housing program.
Thank you.
And part of that we have to create a tenant selection plan, which would outline kind of the priorities and criteria for kind of like a lottery or a wait list application.
Thank you. A few more questions, and I'll be done. Okay, now the supported services tie up to whatever the eligibility criteria there. So I just want to, do you guys come up with the supportive criteria yet? What kind of supportive services? And is there a graduation? What if because like on Middlesex Street, if individuals meet the criteria and no longer in need of supportive services, is this something that you receive a rental subsidy for temporary after they graduate from the program? Are they allowed to be integrated in the community with some kind? Is it federal or state, DHCD or HUD?
So it would be a permanent supportive, so it would be supported just like a vouchered subsidized program. Always our goal is in all of our 3,600 vouchers that we issue across the Commonwealth is to help people move off of that assistance and be self-sufficient and stable. So that would be our goal. For everyone that would be living in this space, as it is with all of our vouchers and subsidized housing. The supportive services would be really connected to kind of the best practices around working with homeless individuals in a housing first model.
Yeah.
So we would be not only just giving them case management and housing stability, but we would be bringing in kind of healthcare and other type of support services from the community.
Yeah, great. Thank you very much. So this is any kind of funding would be. I was hoping you would say that you're using mainstream funding, but that's right. So you're not there yet, right? You're still formulating.
I didn't hear you.
I was hoping that you said you would be using mainstream funding from HUD. No, you're not at that point yet, right?
It would be from the Department of Housing and Community
DHCD.
Development. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. I'm excited to see something like this in the city. I mean, we need more of this. Yeah. Thank you.
Motion on the floor by Commissioner Krieger, it's seconded by Commissioner Chan. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Want to wish you the best of luck. Very good effort here for the city. Counselor, nice job.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
This is great.
Application by
See you, Billy.
Application by Bless Energy Fam Corp. doing business as Platinos Bar Grill. Johnny Palacios, president, for a common vittler license for premises at 1717 Middlesex Street, Units 6 and 7. Johnny's joining us on Zoom.
Mr. Palacios?
Good evening.
Hi, how are you, sir?
I'm good, and you guys?
Good, can you just speak up a little bit? We can barely hear you. I don't know.
Okay. Sorry, my microphone problem. Can you hear me better?
That's a little bit better. All right, tell us what's going on at your place.
So we're trying to bring the restaurant, the culture from the whole Latino community back in Lowell, as many other restaurants are doing it. We want to interact with, more interested in that fusion of American and Latino culture to the city, and just bring some entertainment and some, a good, restaurant for the community.
Okay. Secretary Pires, this is just the common victular, right?
That's correct. They will be applying for an alcohol license later on,
But right now, just the
but
common.
right now it's just for the common vittler.
All right. Paperwork in order?
It is.
All right. Questions or comments for Mr. Palacios? Motion on the floor by Commissioner Howe, seconded by Commissioner Krieger. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. Mr. Palacios, you're all set. I'm sure we will be seeing you down the line with an alcohol license, I'm sure.
Thank you very much.
All right, you have a nice night.
Good night.
Motion on the floor by Commissioner Chan, seconded by Commissioner Donahue to adjourn. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ladies and gentlemen, have a good night.